And welcome back to the February Super Nintendo side event. My name, as promised, is John Dat Flindo. I am joined in the booth by none other than Betty B Plays G's for this match between Packy and Atalito, who we just saw take down Ibar. Betty, how you doing?
Doing great. Happy to be invited back into the booth, especially with you, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, we allowing our players to finish getting warmed up here. This is gonna be an absolute slugfest. We saw Packy earlier taking down Frank, winning his second game by 1 second. I mean, how much closer can you get? And of course, we just saw Adelito get a sub 6 there in that last level block. Now, for the semifinals, we are playing levels 8 through 12. So something to keep in mind there. I'm just waiting for our readies, and we will go. We have a ready from Adelito.
And you could see in Adelito's practice his patience for those huge combos. I'm looking forward to seeing how he brings that out in this level bracket.
Absolutely.
Oh, Team Chill, what's going on here?
And they're both playing high chill too. The Fever Squad will get the chill match. But we have our 3-2-1 and super pills.
One good thing is that, commentary takes over for any music you can hear, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do not like Packy's board. It's a primarily red top line. He is breaking through it, but I would love some more diversity. Whereas Adelito has a lot of yellow, not much red available either.
Yeah, these are two pretty undesirable boards for both of our players here. I'm really liking how Packy is just working to bring down this board. You're going to see that nice
Beautiful.
drop into a
Yep.
sweet tea. A great play, great vision by Packy. This double blue is going to be a really nice gift for him. And another double blue, two horizontal double blues right in a row. Packy down to 12 viruses. Adelito now also down to 12. Adelito actually looks like he might have just a slight lead on Packy, though Packy has brought that ahead now with some really great RNG.
It seems like this game is very swingy because if you get that RNG that you need, you can just melt away the lead, and it's been awesome for me not knowing this game as well as the NES version to see that on both of these player side.
Yeah, both of our players out of their level 8. Adelito out at a 109 and Pacquiao, I believe it was a 114. So about 5 seconds, give or take, between our two players here. Oh, look at this monster combo from Adelito,
He just
leaving
proved me right.
just a tiny little bit of garbage on his board there on the right side. Uses it to get a horizontal and then another horizontal there. Packy, meanwhile, on the other hand, looking like he's setting up for some combos of his own. Uh, okay, no, I was miscounting there. I thought maybe he had one too many pieces of yellow there, but he does have 3. He's got it perfectly set up, not going to cause any issues. But Packy with a bit of a split board there, Betty.
But he actually set up perfectly those horizontals at the bottom with the blue and the red, so it might not be as detrimental as it looks like with the trash that appears as trash currently, but it might clear up for him.
Yeah, and that's one thing Packy's really good at. His mantra in versus play is there's no such thing as garbage, just more opportunities to make combos. And you can see that in his speed play as well, regardless of the version that he's playing.
But I will say that yellow that he has down there that he might be trying to. Oh, he's going to do it a different way. If he was waiting to actually do those yellow horizontal, he was kind of locked there. So he unlocked it. He now just has that blue in the corner kind of trapped there. So we'll see how he takes care of that.
Ooh, nice double blue to get it. Adelito, meanwhile, already into his level 10, Packy out at a 307. Atalito is at 307 with 34 viruses left. So about 10 viruses behind is Packy. We'll see if he's able to change that as he gets through the top of this board, which is, oh my gosh, look
All
at all the
yellow.
yellow on his board.
Yeah, that's unfair, Doc. But he is again building up platforms to like limit that drop time, which will really help him continue to chip away at this. But Atalito actually taking it to just a 3 virus lead for Atalito. So Packy really doing the work that he needs to make this even.
Yeah, and Packy comeback strats. It's always amazing to see. Uh, he's just done a phenomenal job to bring this back.
Wow.
Atalito setting up for some horizontal combos. Really would like to see a blue yellow for him, or that works too. Just get the double blue and bring it down. He is just in need of a red and then now some yellows.
I
He
love
hit
Packy's prioritization on his side. He is definitely wanting to make sure he's taking the least amount of drop time, and he is out at a 430 and basically dead heat right now, according to the screens.
Yeah, Adelito was out at a 423, so about a 7 second
Okay.
difference between our players right now. But great job by Packy to bring that back. He's really brought this deficit down and made this a game.
And with what looks to be a little bit of a misplay on Adelito's side, he and Packy playing clean over on his side, he might, take the lead here.
Yeah, interesting to see how this is going to play out. We know that Adelito is really good at turning that garbage into gold, as we like to say. Um, and he's told me in the past that anytime that he's got something that he doesn't want, he's immediately looking down the board to see, okay, where can I drop this? How can I make this useful later on before he worries about clearing it out? And that's one thing, that board vision. It's just amazing if you can really get it down and work out your garbage.
But sometimes that does kind of tunnel you a bit. Um, in order to try and find that perfect way of doing it. But here he is breaking all that down and down to 12 viruses on his side. But Packy did end up taking the lead back with 9 viruses and doing great work on this level 11.
Yeah, Packy pretty spired though on the right side of his board. He's going to need some really favorable RNG as Adelito out at about a 607. So retaking that lead is Adelito. Oh, this double blue came at just the right time for Packy. He's going to be out at a 624. We have a 7 virus differential between our players and so much red on the top of Packy's board now, Betty.
Oh man, look at this play by Adelito to clear up 4 viruses at once. And he is just continuing to just destroy this level. It's every move he makes is the right one.
And Packy making some really good moves of his own there. He got that drop into a horizontal, really nice play. Uh he's about maintaining that 7 virus differential that we had. He's now brought it to a 2 virus differential. But we've seen the things that Adelito can do. It may look like it's really close, and then Adelito will just blow up this monster combo, clearing like 6 or 7 viruses off the board at once. And right again, he'll have that huge lead. But right
Yeah.
now, it's still about a 3 different virus differential.
Yeah, Adelito had to have a ton of red in order to break through his board. He did, and he's been, now working with everything but, um, and now setting up for horizontals on these yellows, and he is almost free and clear. And let's see if he gets out of here at a 751 into his level 13. Oh wait, no, that's the last one.
Yeah, that's the
Want to
last
see
one.
more? Come on,
So
give me more.
Adelito takes the first match, and GG's to both our players. Very well fought, very well played on both sides. Packy was just having a little bit of a yellow issue there at the bottom of his board. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this out at an 8:14, 23 seconds behind Atalito. Still great times by both our players.
We could just watch these people play all day, right?
Absolutely. We have a ready from Atalito. We have a ready from Packy. I love it when the players do the hard reset and we get to see the Elorg on the screen. I don't know why, it just cracks me up. As we have our 3, 2, 1 and pills, super pills rather.
A thing for everybody, Fundo. Whatever floats your bills.
I don't know, it just makes me laugh. Anyway, here we go into our second match of this, or second game of this match. Atalito with a bunch of blue and yellow on the top of his board. Packy again, just look at all the yellow there in the center of his board, Betty. Does
Mm-hmm.
Packy just attract these yellow boards?
Must be, even though I think blue is his favorite color, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of pills. But yeah, he had a lot of color diversity going into his level, where Adelito did not, but it did not slow Adelito down at all.
Yeah. And speaking of the yellows that Packy had, they're pretty much all gone. He's just down to one left. Oh, he's gonna take the fat log. We love to see it.
Beautiful.
Another horizontal drop combo. Packy out of level 8 at 59 seconds.
That's what we saw last level bracket. So amazing speed from Packy. Amazing. And Adelito is attempting to get out of this level 8. He had a bit of a maybe misplay on his side, but
Oh, he definitely did not want to do that.
yeah. Needing one red to get out of here at a 129.
He found a horizontal that I didn't see. Great job by Atalito to recover from that. But it's given Packy a 17 virus lead to play with. And you know you don't want to give Packy any kind of lead, regardless of what your name is. So Atalito gonna really have to fight here to get back in this.
I actually see exactly what Packy is going to be waiting for, that red yellow to drop
Mm-hmm.
down. Very good clear on his end. And it looks like he's building up a little bit of a platform to hopefully get those yellows horizontally. And I think that's what he's going to be doing.
There it is. And one more blue, and Packy is out at a
Wow.
223. Good night. Adelito, on the other hand, do not like his board. I don't like it, but he's doing what he can with it. You can see him setting up some drop combos. I think he really wants to take out this red in column 3 horizontally to be
Hmm.
able to drop those yellows down. He's got the ideal setup for it. He just needs the pills at this point.
And I
Oh,
wonder
but
if
he
he
does
would.
not want a yellow red. A yellow red will kill the combo.
Oh, it's. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep. But all he needs is one more red to get out at a 303 with a cross clear nonetheless. On
Mhm.
Packy's side, though, he is making. I mean, this is a 20 virus lead on Packy's side. So if he continues to play like he has been, this game is his.
Yeah, we do still have 2 more levels to go. Anything can happen, but Packy's just playing on another level right now. This is amazing to watch. Looking over at Adelito's board, he's got quite a few horizontal opportunities. He's just got to get the pills to get them. Right now, they're not happening. This yellow blue's going to be really nice, followed by a double red, and then a double blue
Wow.
to get the lightning bolt. Wow, what RNG for Adelito.
I mean, the RNG, sure, but he made wonderful work of that without any misplays on that side. So he definitely put in the work as well.
Absolutely. as Packy out of his level 10 at a 407 gets a little bit of a break there for that cutscene, chance to refocus and just get back into his game as Atalito looking like he's struggling a little bit to get out of his level 10.
And on Packy's side, he has what we like to call a hot dog situation where nothing but red and yellow as far as I can see. But he has some access to blue. Just gonna have to make some tuck plays in order to get to it.
And Atalito with a really nice drop combo to get him out of his level 10, about a 440, 444, I believe it was. And liking his board, actually. He's got quite a bit of color diversity throughout. I would like to see him get some more blue, though, to start to chip into this board like he'd like to.
And actually, on Packy's side, he's only has one red left, and then is going to not need that color anymore. So we'll see how many the doctor will throw his way after that.
Yeah, in fact, he's just down to yellows now. He's going to need 4 more yellows. Takes the double yellow, put it on the right. Great prioritization there by Packy. Gets another double yellow out at a 543 into his final level. Meanwhile, Atalito's still with 14 viruses left on this board. Look at this horizontal
Oh,
blue opportunity he's got, though.
I think he made the right play there. Well, I mean, he definitely made the right play, but he could have actually done an even more massive one, taking the blues all the way across, and decided not to. He's going to, prioritize keeping those yellows intact, which is a good play here, out at a 612, and into his final level.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is it's only a 17 virus differential here. It seems like, whoa, really nice drop into a sweet tea from Packy.
Could you hear me catch my breath for a
I
little bit
did.
here as I
I
saw
did.
that thing fall?
When I was saying 17 viruses seems like a lot, but in Dr. Mario, if you can get the right pills to go your way, you can breeze through that very quickly. Still about a 17 virus differential here. Um, Now Packy down to just
Oh,
9 viruses. I don't think Adelito's gonna be able to come back from
look
this.
at this. This is just amazing play over on Packy's side.
Mhm.
He's so focused, and I can definitely tell he is wanting this game at a 715. He has officially taken
715.
it.
Wow. GG's Packy. What a
Oh,
phenomenal run that was.
but then we had a wonderful clear from Atalito that it was fun to watch as well. Blues across the board. It's what we missed on Packy's game.
Mhm.
There we go. Oh, I didn't see the yellow. And now he is out at a 744.
744.
We are into that decider.
Yes.
Break it open.
The winner will go on to the finals to play the winner of our next match, which is Floyd versus Control. So a lot at stake here. We have it ready from Packy. And ready from Adelito. And say it with me, Betty. 3,
Three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Super
Super pills.
pills.
I knew I wouldn't get the tone right.
Oh, Packy immediately started setting up a cross clear. Really nice play by Packy. Looking over on Adelito's board, a really nice drop combo to take out a few viruses. A lot of blue though on the top of Adelito's board there.
Absolutely, and he was doing some interesting drop clears that I think there was maybe some more straightforward plays that I was seeing, but maybe not. And I don't necessarily know if that's where he wanted that pill to go either. So we'll see if I continue to not understand how Atalito plays.
I mean, I feel like that's a lifelong thing. But look at Packy. Packy has just had so many yellows to deal with. And fortunately, the doc has just continued to give him those yellows. It's not going to be the sub minute that we saw in his last game, but still a 112. Great time by Packy. Oh, look at that clear by Atalito. He's going to be out at a 115, just behind Packy. 3-second difference right now.
Yeah, and his timer is about 3 seconds behind. So whenever you see it on the screen, just know that going in. And oh wow, so Adelito's board is very flat, which will allow him to hopefully take a lot of these pills without much drop time. Whereas Packy's is a lot more split all over the board.
Yeah. Not only just really flat, but also really, it started out really low.
And
And
double friendly too.
yeah, what a board to start out for Adelito. And so far, he's gotten the pills that he's wanted. You saw that really
Wow.
ridiculous combo there, and then an L clear into another drop combo. Adelito just tearing this level a new one. He is down to just
Any
blue
dicer
viruses already. But
he is
Packy,
as well. Yeah.
yeah, Packy with 2 viruses left. Who's going to get out first?
I don't know. I'm not putting any bets on anything with
With
these
a
two.
228, Adelito with a 226.
And
This
I like the color diversity on Packy's side. And as I said that, Adelito did clear up to where he could get to some yellows. So both are making good work of this level 10.
absolutely, this is everything we want in a decider, and both of these players just absolutely putting on an absolute show for us. We love to see it. As Packy down to 27 viruses, Adelito at 17 viruses. Adelito's taking a bit of a lead here.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what Packy's capable of, and if he can continue to get blue pills here, he's going to be in pretty good shape.
Absolutely, because he's almost well, now that he opened those reds, he has a little bit more red capability, but he needs those blues to uncover column 7 and 8. And there he did.
Mm,
So all of his viruses are free and clear, but Adelita are already out into his next level.
yeah, Packy just needing one more blue. Gets it out at a 351. Um, gets that small break from the cutscene. Excuse me. And interestingly, only a 3 virus deficit looking like. Really liking the start of Packy's board though.
Mm-hmm. On Adelito's side, oh wow, massive
Mm.
lightning clear to clear like 6 viruses at once, something insane. So definitely blink and you would have missed that.
Yeah, that was great. I loved seeing that. But look at this. Packy has brought this down. They are basically even right now. Adelito does have the slight timer advantage, but oh my goodness, what a game that we are seeing here, folks.
And I'm really liking the priority Packy is putting on making sure that, every pill has a place and a purpose. So I've been watching him set up for, 5 clears down, it seems, and just making really clean work of this. While that said, he does have that yellow in column 2 that was covered until now.
Yeah, he's got it now. Adelito was hoping to log out there, wasn't able to get it. but he's out at a 517. Packy out at a 522. We go into our final level of this game and this match. This is anybody's game. It's going to come down to the wire. We will see who's able to pull this off.
Now, Flinda, going back to that, where Atalito decided not to log out, do you think in this game you should have probably waited for that good RNG to actually give you that pill instead of breaking it? Or how do you feel with that?
I think Atalito made the right decision there, abandoning the fat log, and especially seeing what pills came after. He didn't get I forget what color it was, but he didn't get the one he needed. So I think he made the right call there.
Awesome. Wow, as we were talking about that, they are already halfway through this level 12, and Adelita's still in the lead by about 6 viruses here. But all yellow on his side.
Yeah, and a bunch of blue and yellow on Packy's side. He looks like he might be able to get a fat log here. He's gonna need a blue yellow to do it though. And that I've lost track of what my colors are. Whatever pill that was that he just got, that was a really nice gift for him. And Packy has just been holding
Here it
out for
is.
that. Finally gets the blue yellow that he needed. Uh, Interesting to see if his patience will have paid off, as Adelito is out at a 656 and Packy is already past that. So Adelito will indeed go on to face the winner of Floyd versus Kontroll, as Packy out at a 7-11. Time for him to go get some Slurpees. So
Yeah,
we will take a quick break. Betty, thank you for joining me. Betty's going to be
absolutely.
back here in just a moment, and I will be joining chat. We will be right back with Floyd and Kontroll. You are watching the Dr. Mario Championship SNES tournament.
Hi, welcome back, everybody. And we are now starting on our next semi match between Floyd and Kontroll of this SNES tournament. And I am going to be joined in the booth with our one and only Savage Octagon. Welcome in.
Hey, great commentary, Betty. I
Thank you.
know that you keep thinking that SNES is a weird looking game to you, but it's a
is.
beautiful game. Let's just call it for what it is.
These people do play it beautifully, so yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so we've got Floyd and Kontroll here, and they are playing in the second semis. I think Floyd commented to me that he thinks that he might have had the longest wait in between two matches that any player has ever had to have, about 3 hours in between his two matches. So let's hope he is still warmed up and has not warmed up too much for this match.
Well, we'll see if the sips between the levels will show how he kept warm. So,
and we had our countdown with the 3, 2, 1 super pills.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't figure out the way you were saying it. On time, not on time, whatever. So we've got a good start to both of these players. I think some misdrops from Kontroll here. I think there just wasn't really a place to put those double blues, but actually he does have a horizontal opportunity, I think, Betty.
Absolutely, with those blues in column 6, it looks like. So he's probably going to be waiting for that as to not make those trash, and he did. On
Really
Floyd's
nicely
side,
done.
basically no yellow on his board right now, so needing to get fancy on the yellows that the doc isn't giving him. So that's great.
Well, we just saw a good L yeah from Kontroll with some yellows. Now, the entire board is tucked up on the left-hand side, so he's just going to have to sort of drill down in column 8 and get that all going. So Floyd's board more favorable to finish out these last 10 viruses or so.
Mm-hmm. And actually, on Floyd's side, I think he might have wanted to play the yellows a little bit differently. He in that column 1, he is having to undertuck to clear that, but he did it, and it's not doing too much to him out at a 127, it looks like.
Yeah, and Control is out at about a 121, so not too far behind here. But he's got a little bit of garbage on top of this blue here in column 7, so it's going to be a little bit challenging to try to take that out horizontally, especially because column 6 is also blue.
And maybe he's just adding that there just in case he does get the horizontal
Fat
capability. Yeah. But I'm wondering if that was just a place to put the yellows that he didn't have another place for. On Floyd's side, gosh, again, no yellows except for that one.
Yeah, but he has taken the lead, surprisingly. I mean, this would not be an NES situation where you'd take the lead for this. And look at these two double back, double blues. The doubles are raining down for Floyd. Like, look at that. Just stuff ripping off the board. Amazing.
Yeah, and actually he is now he decides to keep the reds intact and just take this blue now, and I think that was the best play out of the 237 around.
Yeah, and Control's still working on these plans. Unfortunately, that little yellow piece in column 3 gonna make it difficult to try to take those reds out horizontally. Decides to go with them vertically. Really nice combo. Takes out almost every virus that's left on the board out at a 256.
So Floyd did take the lead there, but Control right behind him. So we still have a lot more levels left to play in this first match.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Floyd was looking to be in a tough spot with all of those reds, but of course, RNG came through, paid off, but now all the reds are gone from the top line, so he's going to have to be tucking, but still, he's about 15 viruses ahead of Control, and man, this is just looking so nice for him, provided that he gets a little bit of that yellow game going.
Yeah, and one thing that you actually mentioned in Control's game, I'm wondering is happening here. He seems to have just one side like completely filled with viruses. So I wonder if, and I'll try and make a note of this as I'm looking now, if he plays one side over the other, just typically, kind of getting that tunnel vision.
Yeah. That's a great question. A great thing to look for. Is it like a Dr. Mario handedness sort of thing where you see plays from one side more than the other? But so Control down to 8 viruses, Floyd down to just this one out at a 410. But Control's got this situation in control, getting enough blue going that everything is now going to be free and clear. A little bit of everything. Ooh, goes very fancy with these yellows. Double horizontal. Very nicely done.
How long were you waiting to use that pun?
What pun? Did I make a pun? Oh.
One more blue, Control needing to get out at a 436. We love our puns here. Or I can speak for myself.
What's going on. Floyd's still about 15 viruses ahead of Control. Has a tricky blue situation up top and some viruses, some pillhavs hanging rather. Takes them out in the center using that yellow garbage strategically. Very nicely done. And wow, double blue coming just at the right time to make that top line continue to move along.
On Control side also, just has nothing but blue on his line. So we'll see how he actually breaks through to get to anything else. Oh, I love this horizontal to open up to get to those reds underneath.
Yeah, Floyd, though, opening up a 22 virus lead.
Wow.
He's playing like he's possessed. He's very competitive. And, he was worried about his first match, but I don't know. I think the nerves are gone here.
And you could see he got those blues over into his column 1 to clear. He is just playing really, really well.
Yeah, and then on the other side, Kontroll is also playing extremely well. He just had a monster combo. And now take a look at that. He's got a lot of stuff on his right side again. But luckily, I was a little worried about the situation. And just as I was about to talk about it, he really brought it down. And look at that horizontal, vertical. Oof, really nicely done. He's tearing through the end game.
And he's building up so he will have a little bit of a platform for those yellows, decides not to need it because of that double yellow, and out at a 627.
Yeah, it's always great to have those options, though. So I guess, wow, Floyd still very far ahead of Control at the 640 mark. Of course, that column 6, there's nothing to be done. Just take it down. And now he's got a bunch of garbage nestled in amongst top line of the same color. So it is what it is. It feels bad when you see that, but that's okay. And ooh, a nice possibility for a horizontal from Floyd, and he takes it.
Mm-hmm. And I did not even see that clear that he kind of went tucked into for those reds. And so it really just does take you looking at the whole board when you get good RNG, because the game knows what to give you, and you just need to know what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Control has really narrowed this gap down. Only 11 viruses back, as opposed to, I think there was somewhere almost in the high 20s range at one point. But again, look at this right-hand side of the board, completely locked up. So much red. I think if I had been him, I might have taken that double red and taken it to one of the other columns just to expose another color, Betty.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's just, what you have to think of. Yeah, there's this thing right in my face that I could take, but just taking the one that might allow you to do some other moves. But Floyd taking this one with a 758. So good game to Floyd, and we'll let Control finish up his game here.
Yeah, look at that. 8-15.
Wow.
Nicely done.
He did bring it back.
Yeah, he brought it back.
16, 17 seconds. So GG's.
Very exciting. So Floyd needs one more to go to those finals to face Atalito, and Control. Listen to us. We want more deciders. So, just think about it. Just think about it.
If he smiles, he's listening to commentary.
I don't know. I could never. I just cannot.
We do have, Atalito confirmed.
We have, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now we have readies from both players. Yeah, we do have some players that
reset of the timer on Control side.
Yes.
Oof. Thank you.
Yeah,
we had in our round 3 matches, we just want to make sure that that's all free and clear. There we go. Mm-hmm. Now we are ready.
Excellent. Yeah, we definitely do have players that listen to the commentary so they can hear what's going on. I definitely could not. So kudos to them.
And now we have our countdown. 3, 2, 1. Super pills?
Super pill? Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Now it's just going to become a meme, I think. Floyd's got a nice starting board there with all these double opportunities. I love it.
I kind of wanted some horizontals in there, though.
I know. I kind of wanted to see that. Yeah, but it didn't happen. But still efficient. Now, Control also had a good start to this board. Want to see that horizontal from him? I get what I want. Excellent. And now he's looking to build that red horizontal in the center of the board. So let's see how that goes. Yes. Nicely done, Control.
Floyd making some wonderful double drops here. And look at this play on his end. Loving it, and setting up with those double blues to clear those out of the way as well. So good play on Floyd's side.
Ooh, yes, some tasty play. I was wondering if he was going to try to get those reds horizontally, but the RNG in this game is so much better that you don't have to rely on that needing to happen. So
you wanna?
Yeah, you still wanna. Ooh, look at this from Control. Look at this. Amazing combos. 109 for level 8. Let's go indeed, Betty. Wow.
Floyd just needing a little bit of yellow help here from the doctor in order to get out of this level right behind him.
Added a 127. Yes. But wow, that's some amazing work by Control. But look at this board already, kind of messy. But great L,
Oh, he needed
yeah.
that.
Oh, oh, followed. No, no, no.
So
6 and 7. Oh
too
man,
excited, but he
I'm
got what he
getting too
wanted.
invested in this. Oh man. Yeah, so that's gonna give Floyd an opportunity to catch up a little bit. Although he did have the opportunity to drop that red blue to make a horizontal clear,
Mhm.
but didn't quite get there in time.
Now, as we know from watching Floyd in the monthlies, he is a very straightforward player, so he doesn't always like to do the tuck plays. So Floyd is just playing his straightforward play and doing what he does best.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is that some of us who play on high, it's like our mind is made up before we see the next box. And if you're already dassing, then, it might not work out to change plans midstream. But wow, Control really taking it down again. Out at a 238, 11
Wow.
viruses ahead of Floyd.
Yeah, he destroyed that level 9, and so Floyd is now playing the catch-up game on his end. I will say that it seemed like Floyd was a little bit tentative with some of his plays, so I'm wondering if he's just what he's thinking on his end. But there we go. We almost had a fat log. It had a little
Mm.
branch sticking out of it. Out of the 305.
Fat log plus twig. So Control working on the center of this board early on in the level, he had a misdrop with that yellow blue, and finally he has cut it down. He was doing a good job of working around it with some other stuff, but still, it's in his way. You have to maneuver around it. It takes a little bit. But nice red lightning bolt from Control.
Yes.
He's 11 viruses ahead at the moment.
On Floyd's end, he did do a tuck play in order to have a sweet tea, which we all love, and it was just I was wondering if he was going to take it or the straightforward play, and so he gave me what I wanted, and that's what counts, right?
Excellent. Yeah, it's all about keeping the commentators happy, really. So Floyd here with 26 viruses, about 15 viruses behind Control. Looks like there's all kinds of competing plans here to possibly, he's got this blue in the center that he can drop down, but he's got to clear yellow in order to get a horizontal going. There's a red horizontal. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. And then he just drops it down and clears that layer.
The Control still in the lead, and added a 410, so Floyd is still playing this catch-up game.
Yeah. And he's kind of been bouncing around behind the size of the lead. But yeah, he's got to get this game going, and I think nerves might be coming in a little bit, Betty.
Hmm. Well,
Let's
I definitely can tell that he is not playing as quickly as he normally does with what I've seen of his NES play. So
mm-hmm.
game, but it has the same basics. So
mm. I felt a little bit like when I was watching nice lightning bolt from Control. I felt like when I was watching the beginning of this level for him, I was like, this seems to be kind of slow, but look at it picking up speed crazy fast and working on the very bottom layer of his board already. Nice vertical, making room for that horizontal at the bottom.
yep, Floyd is actually at the top of his level 11 and actually making some good double drops or clears for his side, setting up for maybe a fat log there with the reds and yellows decides not to take it. So
Control with a drop horizontal. He's out with a horizontal at about 537, 24 viruses ahead of
wow.
Floyd into this last level. That's not a deficit that you're used to seeing from Floyd. And Control already starting on maybe working through some horizontals here. Didn't take the horizontal with the reds and then left the opportunity for that blue horizontal not to happen. But since blue is so rare here on his board right now, that seems to be an okay play.
Hmm. And on Floyd's side, there is a lot more trash than normally I would see on his board either,
Mm-hmm.
but he's working around it and actually not really causing too much of an issue on his side.
Yeah, this blue is going to be great for column 3. But yeah, I mean, he really needed to get this situation going in column 2, and actually took out the possibility of clearing that red underneath. So a tricky end game for Floyd, and he's going to end up taking that blue
On
vertically.
control side, you missed a
Ooh.
massive a sweet T. So, and he is setting up, as you can see, for that level or that column 3. He's setting up for that just to drop as a pretty combo that we all love to see. Look at this, beautiful,
Ooh.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing. Betty, you got to fangirl harder when this stuff happens. You got to give me a chance to see it.
Timber, as Flindo said in chat.
Timber! Yes.
Oh, and I
Okay.
like the little the recalculation to get that blue over in column 8 so he could clear and out at a 7:15. Controller taking this first match.
Wow. And that is a decisive win because Floyd still looks to be sort of at the beginning of his level 12. So very, very impressive.
The head shake, probably seeing that, yep, decides he's going to go ahead and tap out and not play the rest. So we'll get on to this third this decider.
Woo!
Open it up. Let's go.
Yes, and of course, keeping those commentators happy. Kontroll, thank you very much.
We appreciate it. We got a ready from Floyd and ready from, I think it was all the way up there. There it is. Ready from Control. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Super pills. Oh.
Sorry, no question.
All right. Well, yes. Okay. I was really excited for the possibility of Control getting those yellows horizontally at the beginning. I'd love a red blue for him to get this plan working. It's going to be a little challenging now, but yeah, a great start to this level from Control, although I think he did not want to send that red yellow pill over there.
Yeah, sometimes that happens with the controller. It just sends those pills flying if you press it a little too fast. So on Floyd's end, he is setting up for, without any trash on his side, he's setting up for a lot of clears, making good work of all the pill halves that he's been given. So
yeah, it's looking really good. Floyd needs a ton of red blue, but of course, the game provides a little bit more. And Control, actually, you see the patience over there. You see that red yellow that's in column 6 and 7. That was the mistake from a really long time ago, and he didn't let it slow him down. He didn't spend a lot of time looking for a fix, and he just waited, and it turned out to be okay. He was out at a 115.
And Floyd giving a huge horizontal with those blues and definitely opening up his board with that, because otherwise it was all blue on his top line. So that horizontal was definitely needed, and great work.
Speaking of all blues, Control's got a little bit of a situation where he has a lot of blues and ends up with one on column 2, which is going to be a pain in the butt. But of course, that patience that I was talking about is probably going to make it not too much of a problem. And wow, these two are in a dead heat.
What we love to see in a decider, not just a decider, but a close one.
We don't love a decisive decider, that's for sure. And an L, yeah, and then a double vertical from Control. Get out of town.
That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And continuing to just make the drop clears on Control side. And Floyd needing that double yellow in order to clear those perfectly, and doing amazing things on his side too.
Yeah, for sure. I don't. Oh, yep. There was something I wasn't quite sure about, and then it ended up okay. And Control out of level 10, or sorry, out of level 9, and Floyd out at about a 245. So very close still.
And it's just amazing to watch how these people just see things down the road that I'm not even looking at. I'm just watching this top level, but they're always looking where all the other halves are going to be going later on. So yes, it's good RNG, but just making the best work of all of it that's given.
Yeah, and the thing is, great players like this, they make pretty much all the RNG look good. You're like, wow, why don't I ever get this lucky? And it's actually, no, they're just really, really good.
Mhm.
And wow, Floyd has taken the lead. He's got a 5 virus lead right now. But let's see, is he going to do this T? Yes, sweet T. Yeah, I mean, he's just cutting this down and getting enough red and blue to keep the board moving forward. So really nicely done.
You do see lack of yellow on his board, so but it does not matter with plays like that. Wow.
Midair fat log? What? Yeah. And look at Control, a nice board, only 2 viruses back. Now, he did bring down that blue pill hat by accident, but it's not going to be too punishing, I think. Floyd out of 415.
And Control right behind with a 420. And a cat.
All right. Yeah, so Floyd with just the narrowest of leads, about 4 viruses ahead, not having much use for yellow, just using it artificially. And, he's got to wade through a little bit of blue in order to even get to that top yellow.
Hmm. And on Control side, Sweet Tea,
Ooh.
gotta love
Oh.
it. And probably gonna have a horizontal blue. Yeah, he is seeing it, setting it up, and taking it down. Control is playing some really good combo play on his end.
Yeah, I mean, this is so fun. This is so fun to watch. Is this what Dr. Mario being fun is like? I mean, just like look at how pleasant it seems.
Us NES people, we don't know.
I
Is it
know
fun?
we really don't know
Is
this.
this game fun?
Yeah, so check out Floyd zooming through the end game of this level. Looks like he, the 7 and 8 columns with the blue, a little bit challenging, but now he's cleared that out. And now it's dead heat again. And Control, the board looks a little bit messier.
Yeah, I saw him kind of struggle to see where to put a lot of his double yellows he was getting. I think he's like dead set on this yellow being horizontal, which I think was limiting what he was trying to set up. Now only needing one more red, and so added a 603 around.
Floyd out of 604. You saw him make a
Wow.
last minute decision that did actually eliminate some drop time. And now a tricky start to this level 12 for Floyd. Look at all that yellow, Betty.
And no blue at all. So he's just gonna have to play those and hope later on that they don't come back as trash that's blocking his way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the meantime, Control ahead by just a couple of viruses. And looks like he has the opportunity for a nice horizontal with this yellow. Doesn't take it. But the double yellow comes along and that it does just fine. A nice tuck in column 1 and a good blue horizontal. This
Mhm.
is a close one, Betty.
You know, I cannot call anything in this game ever because our players, as soon as you think you know who's going to win,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, interesting stuff from Control. I mean, look at it's the right-hand side of his board. He can't really work anywhere else. And I'm wondering, this blue that's in the 4th row, like what's he going to be doing with it? But wow, he's working around it so well and has a 4 virus lead over Floyd.
Yeah, I'm really liking Floyd's priorities, though. He is making sure that nothing is, unattainable for him. He is making the right plays to where everything's free and
Whew.
clear. I say that, though, and this yellow is kind of just buried under there.
Oh,
There we
and
go. That's what
Control
he
just
needed.
needs a couple of reds and he's done. Oh my gosh.
And out at a 758 on
Oh,
Floyd's and 756 on Control.
2
Wow.
seconds in that decider. Oh
Wow.
my goodness. Wow. GG's to both players.
That was so close. Wonderful decider. GG's.
Okay, well, I mean that was an amazing match, and if that's anything to go by, the finals are going to be a banger. And
Mhm.
hey, we have an all international finals. Uh we've got Control and we've got Atalito, both of whom are up quite late. So let's get them ready for the finals and stick around. We'll be back in a couple. Welcome back, everyone, to the DRMC SNES side tournament. It is the moment you've all been waiting for. Thank you for sticking with us for so long. We've got the finals. Turkey versus Sweden, Atalito versus Control. Now we've got a little something interesting. At the very beginning, we had some chaos. 4 players at the same time, and just to throw you a little wrench, we've got 4 commentators at the same time. Me, Ook the Librarian, John Nat Flindo, and Swang. How's it going, guys?
Ayo.
Hey, what's
Good.
happening, everybody?
There we go. I was hoping it wasn't just going to be me going Ayo at the beginning.
Excellent. All right, so these guys are going to be playing levels 11 through 15.
Yeah, we had to give Atalito something to listen to. He's I saw the smile on his face as we all came in, so I'm going to assume that was for all of us.
Yep, and like I said in chat, Atalito, if you're late for work, just say you had a doctor's appointment.
All right, so as Savage said, it's 11 to 15. This is a best of 3 match. Winner take all. And I'm ready to see this. This is gonna be crazy, guys.
I love this. I mean, at the end of the NES tournament, somebody said that we need to check for performance enhancing drugs. I mean, these guys got to be on a lot of caffeine, right?
So it would seem. I mean, Turkey is known for their coffee, so
All right, we got readies. Flindo, Swan, where are you at?
3, 2, 1.
Super
Bills!
Bills! That's right. I was just mustering up the strength, mustering up there. We're going to be
Yeah.
seeing these viruses flying off the board. Look at that pill density on both these players. The levels 11 and onwards are just really going to be testing the player's mettle to just do things as quickly and as smoothly as possible here. Adley is a little bit of garbage and Control maining a very clean and tidy board.
Yep, and both boards are really dependent on 2 colors right now. Control dependent on blue and yellow, and Adelito up until now had been dependent on, I believe it was blue and red, but Adelito has since opened up a bit of color diversity here.
a little bit of hesitation from Control on that double blue. He does find a way to put it and sets everything up for some really nice doubles. Like people have been saying in the chat, it's hard to nail down exactly what his style is, but fun to watch is definitely on the menu.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is about Control's situation right now is stuff spread out. You see him taking drop time like this. And so it is going to, even though his viruses are positioned quite nicely, it's going to take a little bit more time than it would for Atalito to clear this. Look at that even top line he has.
So flat over there, and he's got everything just ready to fire off here. Looking to be clearing up the yellows and reds, perhaps setting up for a potential, not going to be a fat log, but pretty close with that. If he gets this red to drop down, he's going to timber down into it. Combo down in a timber. Adelito out at a 130. Fantastic.
The Control working on a pretty nifty combo here himself, gets the yellow red that he was waiting for the drop into a horizontal, just needing 2 more yellows. There's one. Okay, Doc.
Oh, dear.
Don't talk about okay. 146.
Okay.
146
Okay.
for Control.
No more of that, Control. No more. Please don't do that anymore.
Must be
Can't
part of
take
his
it.
style.
Yeah, I mean that's really impressive. I would be dead.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
on medium speed, you can afford that a little bit, but that was
Not that
was
much.
scary.
Yeah. Nice horizontal from Control. About 7 viruses back, and a little more diversity on his top line than Atalito has. Atalito dealing with a lot of blue.
Looking down over at what Control's got, though, man, he's got a lot of blue stuck down in his bottom, blue garbage that is stuck down in the bottom of his board. He's got a deep well going on there. Looks like he is going to find his way down to it with this last bill. So That U shape is getting back down to a top line, and you can look. He had just one piece of pill there with all of his viruses. That's so rare to see this late in a game.
Troll has a void in the bottom of his board, which is okay because it's signaling that he could possibly take the bottom of the fat log. Responding to the fat log of his own, Atalito had one that came up here, but Control's going to be taking that fat log down and responding with some swag on his own here.
Yeah, take a look at Atalito. If he gets this blue horizontal going, it's all over. Boom, boom, boom. Out at a 314. Control not far behind.
Yeah, Control just needing a couple more blues here at this point after he takes out these yellows. There's one and there's two out at a 323, about 9 seconds behind Atalito, but definitely not something he can't overcome.
Yeah, looking at the top of Adelito's board. Oh, look at this. Just
Whoa.
everything.
What?
Oh,
No,
That was
get
insanity.
out. Get out.
I think
That was
DM Hero
amazing.
has referred to that as a cabbage clear.
A cabbage clear. Did he say why?
Well, I think the story with that is I think it was Jonas and his wife Heather were they had a stream, and I believe that's what Jonas said on one of his streams, or if I'm not mistaken. But chat can correct me in that with the historical context of it. But yeah, that's DM Hero like to throw that in there for that. So
Wow.
you know, shout out to all of them.
Oh,
Control
man.
gets a beautiful swim there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so much blue on this top line. Not digging it.
I think he was wanting to take that double horizontally there so that he could get that double reds. Wasn't able to pull it off, but he's got them open back up, so he should be able to do that soon.
Wow. Meanwhile, Atalito is storming ahead. Take a look at this. 3 viruses left. A nice choice on top of that blue to put the blue red there, because now he has an easier course to this horizontal and drops out at a 449.
Yeah, this is some excellent play from both players here. We're seeing really smart and efficient plays from both of them here. It looks to me like they're maintaining diverse top lines, diverse color choices, and be able to attack the board in multiple directions here. You like seeing that. And these high-level players are going to be attacking vertically and horizontally, underneath, in all directions here. As we say that, Control's out at a 509.
I really like the sequencing by Control there to manage his horizontal plays. That was really amazing to see. Looking at his board, he's got a ton of red and blue there at the top. Mario's starting to give him some yellows, but he's able to open up some yellows, so that's a good thing for him.
Yeah, that was a real sticking point. But if we look over on Adelito's side, it's just where'd all of his viruses go? The man is playing so fast, and it's just a pleasure to watch. I've been trying to keep an eye on Control as well, but this is something else. This is next level play.
Well, Ook, the man's got a bus to catch, like he's got to get to work. So, he's got to be speedy, right? I mean, look at that beautiful combo vertical into a horizontal. I think only now is he going to be really dropping his first piece of garbage in a while if he drops the yellow, but he's not going to, because he's just going to be patient. So really nicely done there from Atalito. Wow. Okay.
Just set up some setups here. Look at that yellow dropping down into it. As soon as he clears
Oh
this red,
my
cascade
God.
everything down. You'd love to
Mm.
see it. Wow.
How?
With that
Wow.
double red, he's out at a 629 into his final level.
And the Dave, our restreamer, giving us that he knows exactly when the cabbage clear came from. It was Jonas and Heather, and not Tetris 2. So there you go. That's the sort of information you can get from somebody like Dave, who knows all the things.
Yeah, so the end of Control's board, really nice here. Just needs a couple more reds to be out, and there were a lot of doubles going on. He was clearing this one out really quickly, but just Atalito on fire.
Atalito has an interesting board. He's been maintaining a flat top line for basically the first 4 levels here, and it's kind of sloping over to the right. I'm not really sure if that was how the pills are coming there, or if he was just not getting the right sequencing, but has since cleared up her. But yeah, it's still kind of sloping over to the right there, Lindo.
Yeah, definitely. I was just noticing that he was a bit staircased over there on the right side, particularly with the yellows. he has managed to finally clear that up with a huge cross clear that was great to see. Would love to see him get a couple more red yellows to clear out the rest of that garbage up there and really continue to move down the rest of the board.
As we look down on Kontroll's side, he got a really nice cross clear just a second ago, all yellow on that. But as beautiful as it was, it has left him with a pretty big just gulch in the middle of his board there, Savage.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some drop time. And then anytime you get that situation where your left and your right hand side are pretty high up, it's going to spell drop time. But if he just gets one more red blue, he's going to be in good shape. Things are going to be much more even again.
Yeah, drops it over there. Gonna open up the board on the right side, but he's got his 8th column and his 7th column just chock full of viruses. Lots of verticality there.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, we take a look at Atalito's side. He's down to 6, but Kontroll closing the gap down to 2 virus game between these two.
Yeah, Atalito just needing a couple more blues now. And there's one. And here's the other. He's going to be out at 8:51. Kontroll just 3 seconds behind.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Kontroll turning on the Jets at that last level, but just 3 seconds behind Atalito just wasn't enough to close that gap, but fantastic play from him.
Oh my gosh, considering how far Atalito was ahead at some points, like that is an amazing comeback by Kontroll, and can't handle it. We've got a ready from Atalito already and a ready from Kontroll. Let's get this show on the road. You ready, guys?
Absolutely.
For sure. You
Okay.
know it. Let's do this.
Ready?
3,
2, 1.
Super
Pills!
Pills!
There we go. All right.
Yeah, we'll get it by the end. We'll get it by the end.
Atalito's the one hoping that this is the end. However, Kontroll definitely wants to have something to say about that.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how you talk about being late for work with this being the reason. I think you just make something up, right?
I mean, who knows? Half the people I work with don't even know that I stream.
Atalito has an interesting board. When he opened the board up, it was kind of complicated. I didn't really know which way to tackle the board, whether he started vertically or horizontally or create some strategic garbage, and it was a little confusing to me. But he has kept it very tidy, very clean, and now it doesn't really have access to blues. There's a lot of yellows and reds that just opened a board up here, Savage.
Yeah, and Kontroll's got some interesting stuff going on. It's just sort of working up high, but also on the center. And I'm wondering if that some of those blues in the center could have been used on the right or left, even if it took a little bit of drop time.
Yeah, as we look over, man, that lack of yellow for Kontroll, that's going to really be a problem, depending on what the doctor gives. And it doesn't look like he's giving what Kontroll needs. Meanwhile, on Atalito's side, he is down to just red, but the doctor giving him as much of a red blitz as we ever see in SNES. He's going to be out here very shortly.
Yeah, but Kontroll now just needing 2 more blues. Gets one as Atalito's out at a 141, and Kontroll also out at a 141. We have a tie game.
Yay!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Yeah, really nice opening, diverse top line for Atalito, quickly ripping it down to basically just blue and yellow. But what a blue and yellow it is. Nice horizontals going for Atalito, and he's opening up about a 6 virus lead.
Board is definitely in favor of how Atalito's play style is. He's maintaining a nice, diverse top line, a lot of flatness going on, taking horizontals and verticals, and is able to just use everything very not as complex as we normally see with Atalito, but just being able to be smart and efficient with his plays here, and you love to see it here. But we're looking at a 9 virus game between these two players here.
Yeah, and Kontroll is a little bit spired there on his left side. I'd really love to see him. There it is.
Yeah.
Takes that nice cross clear
Yeah.
there, those double yellows. But he's really got to start working on that right side of the board. And I'm not sure if he's waiting for a double yellow or a yellow blue or what he's waiting on. But he's waiting on something to take that out.
That's
Yeah.
just what we kept seeing from him. Yeah, go ahead, Savage.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the one weakness I'm really seeing in Control's style is that he is a little bit hesitant to take stuff down off of the left or right, and it's taking him a little longer to clear that though. But like, look at this end game now. You know, he's still just a hair ahead of Atalito, and things are going to come off so quickly.
The dogs are losing with how crazy this match is between Atalito and Kontroll, but Kontroll taking that lead out of the 321. Atalito with the drop combo at about 5 seconds behind. These two are neck and neck going into level 13.
So I like. Oh wow, I love what
Yeah.
Control
Yes.
just pulled off with
Yes.
that. The only thing that made it better is if he was set up better for taking those double blues over on the right hand side. He realizes pretty quickly though that's not going to be a thing, so decides to forgo that and set up everything else. But now he's staring down the barrel of a heck of a lot of blue.
So I have a question for you guys. That double blue that Control got, he put on the right. For you guys, what do you think? Do you rather put that on the left and take the horizontal while you have it?
Well, you know my answer is it's yes.
Yeah.
But I think the smart thing, I'm not really sure. I mean, Kontroll is a very seasoned Super Nintendo Dr. Mario runner, so I'm sure there are nuances that I don't really quite understand with it as to why he chose that. But I missed it. What? Tell us what happened
I'm
with Savage.
sorry.
No
Yeah,
problem.
Atalito. Well, first of all, I was going to say I already forgot that move that Control did, so I couldn't think about what was going to happen. But Atalito just ripped a big chunk of viruses and pills off the board. I was thinking, oh, there's going to be some competing horizontals and verticals. Nope, all work together. Feels good.
Really nice drop play from Control over there while Adelito's making Savage make funny noises as as everything is starting to work out. He had some very interesting plays, just trying to figure out what am I doing, how's this going to work out, and in the end has gotten everything working out. But yet again, we see that he's got that spire over on column 1, and it's going to take him a little bit of time to get to. Although I like a lot of what I'm seeing from his play right here.
With the potential for a possible blue, no, he's going to ban a double fat logger. I think it was smart. And of course, the doctor giving that double blue 2 pills afterwards. That's unfortunate to see, but you do what you got to do. So that'd be Dr. Mario.
Wow, look at this interesting board formation for Atalito. Like, do you see that red staircase down the center? Now, a lot of it is doubles, so that's going to be pretty friendly for him. But if he doesn't get the red going, it could be a little bit rough.
And speaking of red, Control's got some options here at the top of his board. I'm a little surprised he didn't go horizontally with those reds. But that's one thing I've noticed about Kontroll is he doesn't always go for the obvious horizontal. Kind of a little bit similar to Floyd's play style in that aspect.
I think what Control has really got that has really probably been the key to his success so far in this tournament is that he is a very strong combo player. He sees the combos, and it's nothing to see him make these L's, these T's. That maybe he's not looking for the exact same things that the NES community has built up, but he is finding a lot of unique ones. As we see Atalito out prior to the 650 mark, I didn't catch the exact time.
Wow.
I was fascinated by his play. I think that was supposed to be my cue, guys, wasn't it? Anyways, we're going over to here. I'm just in shock and awe here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to admit it. But anyways, we're taking a look over at Atalito's board here. He is dropping things down and chomping away at it here. Just needs reds and blues to open up here, and is looking like he's going to drop that down, drill it down, maintaining that color diversity on that top line. I like that red garbage because it's going to allow for him to clear up the board and make it so he has no garbage with his game here. And I love that drop into it. Very nicely done.
Meanwhile, Control had some really nice plays at the bottom of this board, a nice cross, and just needs this one. He's out at a 744, but he's about 23 viruses back. So We'd be hoping for some pretty bad NES style RNG in order to even this thing out.
Yeah, and the way Atalito's been playing, it's going to take a lot of favorable RNG right now and fancy play for him to come back, though he's already started this board up. Look at that swim. Love to see that.
Yeah, I
Wow,
gotta
it's
say-
into a drop from Atalito. But go for it, Ook.
Yeah, I was going to say, Flindo, it's a shock to me that you haven't gone to just straight SNES, considering how much you love the swims. They are so magical in this version of the game.
Wow, man, we're seeing it there. Adelito suggesting to take that blue in a T fashion.
Yes.
Does that, drops it down.
Sweetie.
He's got everything
Oh
open
my
up and free and clear.
goodness.
The blue vertically to drop everything down to make the yellows horizontal, and it looks like he's going to be securing this one as a win for this side tournament here.
Yeah, just
And
this
with
one
He's gonna
yellow.
take it an 857.
857. Wow.
Whew. Yeah,
So-
and Kontroll, who we've seen playing just like a boss, still with about 20 viruses left to go. So GG's to both players. Atalito, go to work. Don't get fired.
Yeah.
So sub 9 minutes for Adelito on both of these level blocks, and oh wow, look at this setup. I love the end games that Control has put together, especially this level
Mhm.
block. That's been beautiful.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right.
Awesome.
Well,
GG's to both. Incredible play. Just awesome to see these two. I mean, that was a treat for us to watch here.
all right. Final thoughts, John Det Flindo, go.
Great tournament. Ook, thank you for hosting. I just said that like a Canadian.
Hoosting?
Hosting. Yeah.
Hoosting.
And
It's a city in Texas, I think. No, that's Houston. Sorry.
with that, I'm out.
Swan,
Swan,
what about
what do you
you?
Oh man, it's been a blast to be back over here and watch some fantastic play. Ook, this is a treat to get in here, and it was absolutely a blast to do this here. And I will vitamin see you guys the next time.
Oh, nicely done.
Savage.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And of course, Ook, thank you so much for hosting. Before Ook has the final word, when I wake up tomorrow, which of course we all know is super early, I'm going to be opening a new season of speed qualifying. So watch out for that and watch calendar. Ook, finish us off.
Thank you very much to everybody in the booth, also to Betty B, who was our guest commentator, popped herself right on in just when we needed her. Thank you so much to the Dave, who has spent the last 4 hours plus getting everything knocked out and ready to go. To all of you for watching, also thank you for that. And folks, do not forget our next event is going to be the Bluegrass Regional coming up in just a couple of weeks. I'll be there. Savage will be there. We're going to have a lot of great folks who are going to be out there. So come see us. And if you're not going to come see us, stay tuned to this channel so you can watch it. So with that, I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And until next time, take your vitamins.